just chat to you for a little while. I'm not going to do one of my full tucking you in, getting you ready for bed, talking to you until you fall asleep videos. I do really want to make another one of those for you. I know how much you like them. But today, it's still me fighting the weather. And as you can tell, I'm already a mess. Hairs all over the show. And it's late, and I'm tired, and sweaty, because it's damn hot. But I've just gotten back from the theatre, or the cinema, I should say. I've just been from watching, that doesn't make sense. I've just come from watching Iron Lung, which I was rather excited to watch. And I felt like talking sort of about the film and maybe whatever else comes to mind that I ramble on about. I won't get into spoilers. I'll kind of just lightly touch on what I thought. But I don't know, I really wanted to talk. I really wanted to talk to someone about it, and so of course, you were the first person I thought of. So if you'll excuse the terrible hair and the sweaty face and the tired eyes, I just really wanted to chat to you for a little while. I can't fix this at all, can I? There's no fixing this. There, is this fixed? Alright, we're just gonna do the video like this. I cannot be bothered trying to fix whatever's going on up here. Alright, I somewhat fixed it. Anyway. In case you have no idea what I'm talking about, Iron Lung is the indie self-financed film from Markiplier, based on the video game of the same name, Iron Lung, which is not actually a game I ever played. I didn't actually play Iron Lung. I did, however, watch people play Iron Lung and did the whole watching theory crafting videos. People talking about the game, speculating what the meaning all was. And so I wasn't actually a huge sort of fan of the world building of the video game, but when I heard that Markiplier was directing and starring in a self-funded film adaptation of it, interested in seeing what he could do. And so, having just come back from seeing it, I can say he did a very good job. It was well directed, well edited, good cinematography. The set and acting, I guess, were pretty good. There was some weird sound issues, if you ask me, as well as just watching Mark on screen. Sometimes it was hard to tell the difference between the actor, Markiplier, and the character, the convict that he was playing. If you don't know what the plot of the film was, it's set in a post-apocalyptic future where spacefaring, is that the word? I think it is. Where humans are now intergalactic space travelers. Think like Star Trek or Mass Effect or something like that. Intergalactic human civilization sort of deal. Or interstellar, maybe that's a better way. Not the movie Interstellar, interstellar travel. They travel between star systems. Anyway, as I was saying, so they're now interstellar, intergalactic, some sort of space travel versions of humans. They have colonies and stuff in space. And then the quiet rapture is what they call it in the film. The quiet rapture happens where all of a sudden all of the stars just disappear. I believe all of the planets do too. All the planets and all the stars just vanish. And all that's left are these moons floating around the galaxy and the humans on their sort of spaceships. This is the issue I have with leaving that window open because it's warm. There's just so much of the outside world getting in. That's okay. It's okay. As I was saying, humans are now interstellar, intergalactic, space-faring, traveling, whatever's. And then all the stars go out, all the planets disappear, and all that's left is the humans in ships and these strange moons that are filled with blood. And so the story is that Markiplier, who plays a convict, is sent down in a submarine onto one of these moons to sort of investigate what's down there, to see if they can find a solution to what's happened, to what the quiet rapture actually was, and if there's a way to get out of it and save humanity. It's about 2 hours long, 2 hours 7 minutes, I believe is what I read. And I I was, the whole time I was definitely thoroughly engaged. I was thoroughly engaged with the film the whole time. I would say, though, I don't think it needed to be as long as it was. It is sort of a suspense thriller film, so it uses a lot of its time to slowly, methodically set shots and the mood, the tone, and it kind of draws it out quite a bit. It's not bad in any sense, but I don't think it was necessary in order to achieve what he was going for. And then by having it shorter, I think it would have made for a more comfortable viewing experience for people. I don't know if I'm the only one that thought that, but that's definitely how I felt. I know I went with a mate of mine who, before the film, was telling me he had zero interest in it. He's not really a Markiplier fan, but I was like, I really want to go see this film. Do you want to come with me? So he and I went, and he absolutely loved it. I've actually never seen him enjoy a film more when I've invited him to go see something. He thought it was really good, so, and when I asked him if he thought it was long, he was like, no, the pacing was good. It was like a suspense thriller, so it really drew out the tone, made it really cool. He was even like, I reckon that's going to be a cult classic in 15 years from now. Everyone's going to look at Markiplier's first film and be like, this is really good. And I was pretty surprised that that was his opinion. As someone who wasn't a Markiplier fan, it was cool to see his perspective. I'm waiting for I have some filmmaker friends, or I guess film school friends, and I'm waiting for them to see the film so they can tell me what they think from their more critical of cinema stuff, mindset. Yeah, definitely had a fun time. If you're able to see it, I recommend going and watching it, especially if you're a fan of Markiplier, or the less likely chance that you're a fan of Iron Lung, the video game. It's definitely worth a watch. Also, I think it'd be pretty cool if this self-funded indie film was one of the most financially successful films in a long time. That would just be really funny, in my opinion. I know I didn't talk definitely got some up to interpretation stuff in it. So I'll be looking forward to watching videos like that, but I wish I could. I really want to sort of say what I think, but I'll leave my thoughts like that out of this, just in case you haven't seen it yet. Just in case you haven't seen it yet, you're planning on it. Just in case. How about instead I tell you what else I've been up to. I don't know if any of you have seen, but I've been drawing again. The reason for that is I've been watching anime again. I have a little bit of extra time now. And because of the short little break that I had, I was able to watch a fair amount of stuff. So I've started watching Trigun. Season 2's out. Trigun Stargaze is out. And I really loved Trigun Stampede. That was really good. I've not seen the original Trigun from the 90s. I know, I'm sorry. Anyone who cares about that at all even knows what I'm talking about. But the original 90s series, it's on my to watch list, but I didn't get around to it before Stargaze came out. Now Stargaze is out. I'm like, okay, I'll watch Stargaze, and then I'll go and watch the original Trigun anime. So Trigun Stampede and Trigun Stargaze is like a reboot, or I guess reboot is the right word. It's a reboot of the original 90s Trigun, where there's it's like, okay, so it's more space stuff. It's more, actually, a lot of, now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing lately is space stuff. Because I also just finished rereading Project Hail Mary, because there's another film that's coming out later this year. Is Project Hail Mary, and I read the book when it came out. 3, when did it come out? 22, 23, I don't remember. Anyway, when the book came out, maybe it was 21, I actually don't recall. It's whatever, it's irrelevant to the point. I read it when it came out, and it immediately became one of my favorite books ever, but I haven't reread it, so I recently reread it because there is a film that's coming out, so I wanted the book fresh in my mind before the film. So, anyway, that was the side point to the original point, which was Trigun is in I think it's on okay, I can't speak of the original series because I don't know, but Trigun Stampede is set on an alien planet where humans were traveling. I don't remember why. They were in space for some reason, and they crash into this planet or get stuck there, and then there's these plants that give them food and water and keep them alive, and it's also power or something. And then they're going wrong, and the main character, Vash the Stampede, he's an outlaw on this planet. He's got a bounty on his head because people think that he's. I don't remember why he has his original bounty. I don't actually remember. The original bounty is, I think because people think that he's stealing the seeds or something. The seeds are the thing that like are in these pots. And okay, it's not important. It doesn't matter. He's an outlaw. They're on an alien planet, and people are trying to kill him all the time and take his bounty. And then he gets into shenanigans with some reporters and stuff like that. And then Stargaze is the sequel to that, and it's interesting because it's also more like the original now, like the OG characters. Oh, that was my foot. The OG characters are there, and I think Vash is getting he's got his original bounty value because it was less in Stampede. And then I think he's getting his haircut. I haven't actually watched. It's not finished yet, but it's getting a little warm. It's getting a little warm now. So I'll probably slowly wrap out this yappy little yappy session that I'm doing. I stupidly wore a heavy black shirt. And, as you can see, I had to gotta represent my Back to the Future love. Who doesn't love Back to the Future? Such a good film series. Something about time travel. I think Back to the Future was my first time travel media experience, and ever since I am obsessed with that genre. It's always so good. I don't know. All I can think of is anime right now. I don't know anything that doesn't do time travel that I don't like. Of course we got, ReZero is time travel. Steins Gate, one of my favorite animes, time travel. I never talk about them. You can't see them. Behind me here, these yellow, pink and blue book right there is I guess it's going to be a quadrilogy. Is that what you call it? It's 4 books, but only 3 are out at the moment. But all of those deal with different elements, not of time travel, but I guess of time travel, like time dilation. One of them is what are they called? I can just turn around. Give me 1 second. One of these is a movie. So one is The Tunnel to Summer, The Exit of Goodbyes. Then next one is Wait for Me Yesterday in Spring. And then the last is An Autumn of Amber, A 0-second journey. And all of them deal with different elements. So the tunnel one is there's a tunnel that is basically relativity. When you go into the tunnel, you experience less time, but the world around you experiences more time. So as you travel through Essentially that's how it works. And then they're all after season. So that's the summer one. The spring one is the guy goes back in time, but like days. So he like if it's Friday, he experiences Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 like p.m. or whatever, and then is sent back to Thursday and experiences 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on the Thursday, and then is sent back to the Wednesday, and he experiences days in the reverse order. It's sort of how that happens, and so he's trying to use his limited knowledge to prevent something that happens on like the Monday, because he's if I remember correctly, it's like he goes there, he's sent to the future, and then experiences the days in reverse until he gets back to the day that he went forward. And then the autumn one is time stops, and then it's like these two kids who are trying to figure out like how to unfreeze time. I love time stuff. It's always so fun. Back to the Future's so fun. Those are fun. ReZero's fun. Steins Gate's fun. What else deals with time? Prince of Persia. I forgot about Prince of Persia. I love that trilogy of games. That's all so good. So good on the PS2. Prince of Persia trilogy. Peak. What else deals with time? Time travel stuff. Trying to think. I guess you could say like Ocarina of Time does time travel, but that's not cool time travel. That's just like point A to point B. I like the stuff that's like you literally alter the past. Trying to think. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm getting really hot, so I'm gonna go to bed. I got really happy there at the end. I started talking about things that I really like. That's why I got really happy. Hopefully you enjoyed this sort of impromptu talking to you whilst you try and sleep. I know it's usually just a bit of a fun distraction, and it's not really proper ASMR. It's more just relaxing comfort, having someone just talk to you while you try and relax. A little bit of company. So hopefully I was able to provide that. Talking about Iron Lung and Markiplier, and then whatever else I was talking about, Hail Mary, Project Hail Mary, and time. I'm still trying to think of more time related stuff. Alright. see you again. When I see you. Whenever that is. Whenever you decide to come and join me next. Who knows, maybe you'll see a past version of me next. Something I've already done. Who knows? You'll know. Pretend like you're traveling through